All right, dear Mattsons, I have a 2-year-old and he is ruling our home. I have read a lot of faith-based parenting books and my head is spinning at all the different advice. So true. What is the best way to set boundaries and discipline? Sincerely taking back control.
Right.
It's so true that 2-year-olds can rule our house. And so let me start by saying developmentally where they're at.
Yeah.
2-year-olds are learning that they can do it themselves. It's really all about learning self-control. And they just spent their baby years relying 100% on you. And that was a stage of learning how to trust and mistrust. When I have a need, will you meet that need? Well, now they're in a phase where they're like, I don't need you anymore and I can do it myself. And they're learning how to build confidence, autonomy apart from you versus building shame and doubt when they fail or if you do everything for them. So you're working really hard to let them do a lot of things on their own. And so that balance between giving them freedom to try and experiment and learn about cause and effect, and also going, yeah, sometimes the things you're doing cause pain and harm and chaos in our home. And so disciplining. So it's a hard tension. And we're going to try to walk you through that in just a couple minutes.
A situation comes up that comes to mind is like a parent that has a child that's in the high chair and starts throwing food. And what do? You want to give kids choices. And this is such a great thing, right? Because as they're learning autonomy and they're trying to figure out what they can and cannot do, and their bodies are anxious to try to explore and experience and experiment with that, they need some of those parameters. You're the parent, so choices become a great option in that space. So with a child that's in the high chair that's throwing food, you might say, if you choose to throw that food again, then you choose to be done eating. But if you choose to not throw the food, then you can finish the food, right? And you're having this conversation and really you're practicing this, even though they may not be getting everything that you're saying. It's good practice for you, the more that you do these choices exercises, and it's really good for them and they will pick up on it. So you say, which do you choose? And then you reinforce the behavior, right? That you just gave them with the choices. Oh, you chose to throw the food. Okay, well, we're done now eating. And I'm going to take you out of the high chair. And I'm also going to have you help me clean this up. And this is what we're going to do. So let's start picking it up. Boy, this is taking a long time. Is this... And we have to put it in the trash here, and we've got to get the washcloth and clean this up. Is this fun? This is not very fun for me. Is this fun for you? You know, and then the next time, same choices, next meal, which do you choose? So choices are pretty powerful in that space.
I love it. And there's a lot of confusion at this time thinking that kids are intentionally trying to disobey. And reality is that developmentally, they're literally just doing cause and effect. What happens when I push the food off of the table and, oh, look it go, splat. That's all they're doing is cause and effect. We're helping them build self-control to say, can you regulate that a little bit and listen to the choices and let's choose the choice that has the least consequences. Yes. And so punishment is not necessarily necessary as much as really helping them to shape those choices. Most of the time, you are like God and you're giving choices to your child to say you choose the blue shirt or the red shirt, and they're going to choose one or the other, but you're giving them power and a sense of I get to choose. So if you hear yourself saying that all day long with your 2-year-old, you're doing great parenting. You choose within this paradigm. Yeah. And if you choose outside or you choose something that's going to cause harm, there needs to be some sort of consequence like cleaning up the food. So trying to think strategically that way. So you can choose the blue shirt or the red shirt. And if they don't want either, and say you choose or mommy chooses. And then they go, okay, the red shirt. Okay. So the stronger will a child is, the more they want to choose it. And what's so great about this age, I will say, it's kind of like the pruning. I'm going on a tangent here, so bear with me. But the pruning of a vineyard, there's a whole understanding of when you prune vines, you want to do it in the first 3 years of their life. The more you prune and the better you take care of that vine, the greater fruit you'll see in the years ahead. Yeah. If you don't do it in those first 3 years, then the fruit isn't as great, and that you don't see the best of those vines. We live in wine country, so But the truth of these first couple years of your child's life is you're doing a lot of pruning. It's a lot of work. So be patient with the process. But when you do this, the fruit of what you're going to see later on, especially in those teen years, is going to be worth it. And so doing a lot of learning how to do self-control, choices, and realize that you're tired for a reason, because this is like ongoing, and it'll ease up probably about age 4. So hang in there.
Yeah, there's so much advice out there, and when you keep it simple, and this is kind of the frames that we're doing in this Dear Mattsons series, is to try to give you practical nuggets that you can apply in real time and have confidence in. Biblical, clinical, and relational wisdom working together here for you. We think you'll be happy with the outcomes as you try to stay consistent, keep growing. But if you like what you're hearing, make sure you subscribe to the Christian Parenting YouTube channel. And remember, you're the right person for the job, and we're here cheering you on.